energy, boosted है life. Iron से iconic enersal, energize. Iron से iconic enersal, energize. Iron से iconic, iron से iconic, iron से iconic, iron से iconic.
That's nicely bowled. Every time you pitch the ball in the right area, the very first ball is always important. It's always said you start well, you begin well. That gives a lot of confidence to your team. Remember in the 2003 World Cup, everything went very good. Zair Khan was sensational, but the very first over he bowled against Australia, he gave away a lot of runs. He gave away a lot of wides even. So after that, he wasn't asked to bowl again, and that's how it panned out. So that's first over is always going to be crucial. And that's so close. And they have begun well in the field as well. It's not only the bowling, the fielding has been sensational. Straight to mid off, just went with the shot. The run was on, but the throw was exemplary. So that was some quality cricket over there. Good ball, a very good call for a run. I would not say very good call, a fair call where you run with the shot. But unfortunately, the ball went directly to the fielder and he was quite alert. One pickup and throw. First wicket. So Sunil has to depart. Sunil Doshi, unfortunately, a very good batsman, gets out without troubling the scorer. So he gets out on a score of 0. Of course, not a golden duck, but a very unfortunate way of getting out is a run out of the very first ball which you face. Look at the fielders who are stationed. Very unlike the other teams, it's a power play over, but most of them are well within the circle, within that 30-yard circle. They're very close to the bat. That's the precise reason they were successful in getting one player out. But that's beautifully done. Off the edge, and this is how you begin. It's a boundary. Kanish generally is the one who has big hair locks, comes in and puts in a lot of power. And he's the one who loves to bowl consistently in any kind of wicket. I've seen him in different grounds performing. This guy, he's a specialist when it comes to bowling. He is not there for fielding. He is not there for batting. He is very good bowler who can give you those 4 reliable overs. And he'll put a lot of energy every time you ask him to come and bowl. He's not a super special bowler. He's not the one bowler who will get 5-6 people out. But he's the one who will perform consistently, put in his hard work, give more than 100%. So that's a boundary. Oh, that's beautifully done. Class as you get. Pure grace, elegance, class, technique, poise, everything about it. The way you hold yourself after the shot, you have that poise. It's always shows you how good a player you are. Well, there was one player from Pakistan who used to have that extended poise all the time. Was Yunus Khan. He was such player who used to have that extended pause, and at times it used to get the opposition team very, very angry. That extended animated poise after that shot. That's beautifully bowled. Again, some silken touch. So you can get runs hitting some good shots. You can slash the ball and get runs, but you can get boundaries of those beautiful silken touches. One down the ground, which was just an extension of the front foot defense, but slightly upwards. Another one, again a smooth touch, gliding the ball into that point region. So it's all about touch. Certain players are famous for their touch. VVS Lakshman was such batsman, and Azharuddin, when you talk about him, in modern days, very few players bat that way, because most of them they go hammer and tongs. Very few players have that touch. You had Mark Waugh, who was exceptional in the 90s. Who used to just like people touch the ball, used to kiss the ball with his bat. A very eventful over comes to an end. 9 runs for the loss of Sunil Doshi. The scoreboard reads 911. 91 is a helpline number. But this batters, they don't need anyone's help. If they have a good technique, especially the batsman on strike. He's look good. Go Cool is his name. He has been cool when it comes to timing the ball. He hit two different strokes actually. Three shots, his three scoring shots. One was a slash, which wasn't that a great shot. The next shot was superb. That was just a silken touch down the ground. Another one a glide on the point. So he could show some rashness at the first shot, which he got the 4 runs. Then he showed his pure class, where he just used that silken deft touch to get his runs. It's always good to see people using the deft touch. Ravi is gets, oh, that's beautifully done again. That's what I'm talking about. He's not hitting them, he's not smashing them, he's not playing the shot with a full bladed drive. It's a pure smooth touch. And when when touch players, when they are in good form, we are very difficult to stop. And they won't hit you with a lot of power, and these guys won't get tired because they use the pace of the bowler. They use those angles in which the ball's going, and they play those shots. See, the ball was moving, he played that inside out shot just over the covers. Pure batsmanship from this man. Go Cool is just so cool when it comes to timing the ball. Such wonderful to watch him. Oh, that's wonderful comeback by the bowler. And look at the action with which he bowls. Smooth, nice left armers action. A hint of, I would say, a Trent Bolt in it. Very nice, smooth action. Very athletic, very agile. Short run up. Look at the way he handles the ball in his left hand. Gets it in his hand and just bowls it smoothly. That was so very well bowled. High arm action. And it was still pitch shorter. This is great adaptation, and it's not how you get affected, it's not how you perform, it's how you adapt and adjust. The bowler, he has seen the batsman is very good when the ball's pitched up. So when he has pitched the ball a little backwards, I would say, short of that good length, again a little shorter, that makes it difficult for him when the ball's rising. Anything pitched up, he uses his all skills to get the ball through. He has been good all through the offside. Oh, that's down the leg side. Wasn't able to capitalize. But good change of pace. It was slightly slower. Tejas, he gets to face his first delivery. Scores 14. Oh, that's slashed, and that would be 4 runs. Width on offer, you will be penalized. Even in Mumbai, any small width you get, you maximize that. That's what they say. So if in cricket, Mumbai cricket, or any kind of cricket, width on offer would be capitalized. That's what they say. You give them an inch, they'll make a mile out of it. It's a matter of few millimeters, in fact, or few inches. If you just err with that line and you give the batsman the chance to free their arms, you are bound to be penalized. So it's a very delicate margin for the bowlers to have. You need to have a proper length, proper line, and of course the proper pace, especially in the first overs. Oh, that's beautiful bowl, very well bowled. That's a big appeal, a vociferous appeal. Everybody went in unison. Umpire is as cool as a cucumber. This guy is so special, this young man. He remains very calm under pressure. And once he makes up his mind, he stays with that. Very good decision to end the over. The score at the end of couple of overs is 18 runs for the loss of the opening batter, Sunil. Fireworks in the vicinity actually. Beautiful fireworks in fact. Just on the other side of the highway. But this man, Gokul, has begun this innings with some firecracking batting as well. Some lovely fireworks actually on the left hand side of the ground. Not much of noise, but some colorful display. Beautiful to watch. Absolutely gorgeous. And this man is enjoying the firework. He's playing some fiery shots. He has got a couple. So pleasing to eye, those were not much of noise, but some pure colors into it. Christmas is coming and the New Year, so the firecrackers would be around. Of course, due to construction, due to many other factors, firecrackers are not the ones which anybody advocates, But once in a while, it's always good to see something which is pleasing to eyes. But one man who has been pleasing to eyes is the man on your screen, Gokul. Gokul has been very cool playing his shots, and it's always a pleasure when you watch those delightful strokes played with less power but with a lot of elegance. Oh, this beautifully bowled. Oh, what a shot again! He is making full use of those restrictions, but they have got those angles covered now. It's nice that they have got those changes done because they've seen that's the strength of the two batters. They're dedicated to the extra covers. They're also getting some runs in that point region. That's how you learn and you adjust quickly. It's not always about plan A, plan B, or plan C. You need to have plan A to Z actually. If A is not working, B should be there and C should be there. It's not how what you plan before, it's how you plan and change and adapt when things aren't going your way. But that's beautifully bowled again. Kanish, he'll do this day in and day out. He just enjoys bowling. I've seen him bowling. He has some big hair locks, some actually pretty long hair. I don't know. Today he has got it less. Talking about hair, we always had one special player, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and it's a well-known story that the Pakistani ex-president General Musharraf, he publicly actually admired his locks, and he said he's a big fan of his big hair locks, and that's what you should be. Even your opponents, they should be won over by your good gesture and good play. Kanish, we are not talking about his hair locks, but we are talking about his good bowling right now, and he is bowling good. He's keeping it tight. Especially the line has been fabulous. The score at the end of Kanish's over, which was a good one, in which he gave away just 5 runs. Especially 2 balls were hit in the air, but were just outside that circle. Oh, that's very well bowled. Ravi, who is bowling his second over. This guy was a very, very famous cricketer in 90s. He used to play a lot of. What a shot that is! Brilliantly done. I was talking about Ravi. We used to call him Rabbi then, and he used to look like an Australian guy when he was young. Guys, he stays in Tilak Nagar. People used to come and watch him actually. He was one of those premium players in the tennis, which was very famous cricket then. This guy has taken up leather cricket now. That is so good to see. He must be in his 40s, maybe in his late 40s even. But these guys are inspiration. See, they haven't played a cricket for a lot of time. He just started playing cricket from the last year, and he's still having that smooth action. Just look, he was basically a good batsman then. That's what I'm talking about. Many players who used to play tennis cricket were also successful, same as the thing which was in Pakistan tape ball cricket. Praveen Tambe was one such player who played a lot of tennis cricket. I remember I played just one match with him. That was in Chembur. When one of the matches I officiated when he was bowling, he was very humble, very calm even then. And he was a superstar, more than a bowler, he was a batsman then. So these guys who play a lot of tennis cricket are also very good leather ball cricketers if they get an opportunity. And this is a place where you can get your dreams come true, because it's almost a place where you can get a feeling of playing under lights in a stadium and having some good quality people playing against you and with you.
Boosted energy, boosted है life. Iron से iconic enersal, energize. Iron से iconic enersal, energize. Iron से iconic, iron से iconic, iron से iconic, iron से iconic.
On top of it and hitting it all along the carpet, not an easy shot. It requires high level of skills to play that. You do a lot of drills for these shots nowadays. People just there are people to throw down. There are people to throw down, and oh, that's a wide. Especially when you hit for a boundary of the first ball, that puts a dent in the spinner's mind. Spinners, if they don't begin well, the confidence goes down. Adam Zampa, whenever you see, he will have those sweepers on both sides when he starts off with the first few balls. And once he gets his line accurate, length accurate, he will get them. Oh, what a good shot again. Just two kind of shots. One was off the front foot, just putting it on the, I would say, getting on the top of the ball. The second was when he took his foot back, went backwards. Footwork is not always going ahead. It's also like taking your feet back and shuffling it, and that was a good shot. Both the batsmen have looked good. He has got a little strike, the one down batsman. That's nicely bowled. He was a little late on that ball. It's a good comeback. And that's always good to see when even if these teams are down, if the batsmen are going good, they keep egging each other, they keep supporting each other. And that's what those small little things we learn in life as well. That's the reason these guys are successful. They are in the middle of a battle, and these guys, they would keep supporting each other, because that's the only way you can get through. What a good shot. Look at the man and the wideish long on. Does a good job. Uh, he was wrong footed, so he had to throw underarm, but get a couple of runs. The batters. Tejas is on 11. Gokul is on 24 or 14. He has been slightly slow, Tejas, but Gokul has been the one who has been more enterprising. He has been the one who has got a more number of runs. Tejas moves on to 11. In fact, Tejas is on 9. Tejas and Gokul have looked good. Remember, they got out. The first wicket was down on the first ball. In fact, the second ball, the first over, the score was 0. So this is a partnership of 37, which is quite good in 5 overs. Both the teams would be quietly confident and satisfied with the proceedings. The Wicketing Warlocks would be happy, and so will be the fielding team, the Royal Tigers. That's a wide. Gokul comes back on strike. Gokul played really well when the circle restrictions were on. Few of his shots just lobbed over. Certain batsmen are very good batsmen who can play in 30-yard circle. And certain batsmen play well when the field is open. Shreyas Iyer is one prime example where you can see him playing very well in the overs number 6 to 20, in 6 to 15 even. And when you look at a player like Parthiv Patel, or maybe a player like the Indian opener, in fact, the Mumbai opener, Prithvi Shaw, they play really well in the 6 overs. Prithvi Shaw is like a bullet train when it comes to first 6 overs. But as soon as the 6 overs are done and dusted, he does not find things that easy. So there are differences. Now let's see whether Gokul has the capacity to score runs even now. Because Surya Kumar Yadav, he plays well in both conditions. Oh, that's very well bowled. He was very late on that ball. That's good change of pace. It's not always the heavy ball which you bowl. You need to pace it up at times. There was one Aussie bowler, Damien Fleming. He used to bowl with a smaller run up and used to have all kinds of pace and variations in line and length, where he used to bowl from almost 125 to 135 to 140. Of course, the speed guns and all were not that kind of flavor that when he used to bowl. Oh, that's beautifully done. What a good shot that is. Using the pace of the bowler, he bowled the previous one quicker. This one was not that quicker, but was width on offer. Used the pace of the ball, used the width on offer. Just tapped on its head to get a wonderful boundary. So his scoring is being taken care of. He was almost going at 75-80 strike rate. It's almost 100 now. So Tejas picking up the pace now. Mayank was had bowled a very good over till then. He concedes a boundary. He gives away 7 in this over so far. Oh, that's absolutely no footwork. Can't describe that shot. Completely flummoxed. I don't know what kind of defensive shot that was, but that worked out for him. Getting the feel of the ball, getting it off the middle of the ball, and if you play for few overs, the ball will seem to be like a football to you. That's what they say. Slower ball. That's what happens. If certain players they stay for a long time. Oh, that's very well run. Wonderful running by this man. Gokul is so cool when it comes to running even. But that's what you call playing in partnership. Life in cricket is all about partnerships. How you play together. And it's not about I, it's always about we and a team. That's what these two guys are showing. If you're not running for yourself, you run for your partner. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Wonderful flight given. And that's why you throw in the. That's the first time I would say Gokul has been beaten neck and crop. He has been really good against the pacers. His footwork has been decisive and has never played a false shot. So just see, just jogging in his face, trying to calm himself down. Different ways batsmen have. Some of them just walk towards the square leg, talk to themselves, come back. This guy just having a stroll, jumping up and down, and he'll come back. He'll take his time. That's good. That's wonderfully done. A couple of runs to Gokul. He meanwhile continues his good form. Oh, what a shot! This is super. One-handed sixer. Wonderful shot. You may not call this, may not be the most decent or good looking one. It's a very difficult shot to execute. Not an easy shot to execute of a spinner. That had some class in it. This player looks very good against a spinner as well. Oh, this is again a one-handed boundary. What a shot. Pure timing in it. He is doing a Rishabh Pant over here. What a shot that is. That's what he does. Rishabh Pant generally hits a ball and he just wants to extend it a bit. He just takes that extended. People say he actually leaves the hand after hitting that sixer. Here, in this case, he had to use that extra extension. Balls were not good. Not bad, I would say. They were not bad at all. There were some decent balls. In fact, this one was slightly towards the leg side, that you can argue. But these were decent even balls. But the shot making was superb. He wasn't at the pitch of the ball. He had to use that extended arm to get the ball over first, and this one just to get towards the left of the bat, the fielder, right of the fielder over there. They have changed the fields now. The square leg has been brought a little finer, and there's a deep mid wicket, and he goes into the covers. That's very well bowled. The over has not been bad. The bowling has not been bad at all, but the batsmanship has been better. A delightful sixer and a boundary, getting him 12 runs in this over. 58 runs at the end of 7 overs. A run rate of exactly 8.3 runs per over. Such a lot to learn from these two guys. Well, but he gave company to his man, and with his limited resources, he's not the one who's extra super skilled with a strong technique or with strong arms or something. But that's how you maximize whatever potentials you have. He's not a super player who will have a strong technique or a big long shots which you have strong muscles. He uses his whatever strengths he has and he maximizes them. That's beautifully bowled. A slower one is always the one which can get you some help. Oh, that's fortuitous. That's some good fortune. He needs some unfortunate for the bowler, but the batsman will take it with both hands. You need a lot of fortune. If you get some in a good innings, that's always acceptable. He has got some pure runs, some with some class shots. This was not a good shot. They needed a slip over there. But that's very well bowled. For the first time, I would see he was caught, not caught and bowled or caught behind. He was caught wrong-footed, whether to go forward or backward. And this was a quick ball. The previous balls were bowled at a leisurely place, but this one was a quicker one from Mayank. Mayank bowling his second over, has conceded 14 so far, gave away 9 in his first over. He's bowled some good balls in between. Can't be bowling those. This is a game. Oh, good stop. Brilliance from the fielder at point over there. That was hit hard and that was travelling just short of him. But those kind of balls are difficult to stop. Those half volleys, they are dangerous to your health as well, and also for going for a lot of runs also. So good work from the fielder. Some courageous fielding over there. Well, that could have been hit anywhere. Oh, that's right in front. I suppose no. Maybe down the leg side. That's what the umpire says. A leg by to finish the over. Score is 65 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of over number 8. The run rate of exactly 8.16 runs per over. We saw Wicketing Wizards a few days back. And there's Amar who has come to support them. Amar is a very, very good bowler. Unfortunately, their team lost a very close encounter. But that was good to see. Wicketing Warlocks, maybe, I don't know whether the team belongs to the same kind of group of fraternity. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. And Amar is there to support his mates. Maybe the Warlocks. Wicketing Wizards he represents. And so are his other mates. Even Sachin is there. We speak a lot about Sachin, they say. And it's always good to appreciate good people. There are so many of you, and as along we know each other more. We know some good things about you, and if I feel your good things should be shared with others. It's always good to appreciate someone for some good work, and definitely we would be sharing those once in a while in between. Sachin's share of all appreciation is ended because there were others who were complaining why Sachin always. He's a good guy, and so is Amar, and so looks this team even. Good camaraderie. You got to learn so many things from people around you. And yesterday I saw one ball from Rabindra. He was hit for a huge sixer, and after that the ball which he bowled the Yorker through the legs of a very good batsman and getting him cleaned up. He got Hitesh, and that was a swinging Yorker. Remember getting close to in his high 40s, in age I'm talking about, and he is fitter than any batsman or any fielder over there. That was a quicker one. That was very well bowled. Very good leg spinner in action. Oh, that's showing some respect to the bowler. It was a low full toss. Full tosses are the balls on which you have got a lot of wickets for a leg spinner. You have seen a long hops being caught in the deep. Also, full tosses would be the source of wickets lot many times because the batsman just sees it as a big area to get score and they try to gobble. That's a poor ball. It's not gone for so many runs. That is unfortunate. It's a no ball. It won't be a warning because that wasn't a dangerous one. In fact, he has been warned. Generally, the balls at times you even if it's above the waist, at times if it's not that dangerous, batsmen are the bowlers get away with it. It depends on the umpire. I don't know. I'm not an expert into that respect. Straight to the fielder. That's what can happen with a leg spinner. You need to have a good, very good length. Oh, that's good bowling. Very few bowlers, if you can remember bowlers from past who used to bowl nonchalantly. Chris Gale was one such bowler. Just a few steps, just a walk in a stroll. No rhythm, no nothing, but they bowl it well, smooth and nice. That's what he's saying. He's not a super bowling with a super special action or a run up or the bowler with some accurate or would say a copybook kind of bowling action. But he's effective. Bowling round the wicket, very smooth and relaxed he looks. See the way he comes in? Nicely bowled. Dhaval. Oh, that's 3 balls in a row. He has kept him quiet. That's a great over. Considering the dynamics, when you're coming halfway through the innings, the score could have skyrocketed to 75 plus. He has kept it quiet. So that would be psychologically so good for him. Generally, oh, that's nicely done again. Beautiful bowling. It's always psychological when you see at the 10 over mark how many runs you have considered or how many runs you score. If you're around 75 80, you feel completely elated and you feel on the top of it. But once you get an over of 2 3 runs, that would be a good feel good factor for the fielding team. That's what this guy is doing. Dhaval. Oh, that's nicely done again. Very well bowled. Oh my god. He's got hurt. A tough cookie. Not showing. Gokul is so cool even if he's hurt. The ball was hit flush on him, showing no signs. Oh, that was on his back. Just looking at the replays, it was just on his back. Again, a very good over. The score at the end of this over, 71 for the loss of the solitary wicket of the opening batter who got out on the first over and the second ball. A very good set of first 10 overs where we saw some good fight back from the bowling team because the batting team was just running away with it. The last over, the 10th over, was the one which was a savior for them, in which just a couple of runs, the best over of the innings, I would say. The most economical one, bowled by Dhawal. Now time for Gokul to lose his cool and play some big shots. But he's just keeping his cool, and that's the right approach actually. One of the batsmen have to play all throughout. That's what Virat Kohli does nowadays. Virat Kohli does not just serve his ego and compete with the young guns. He just keeps calm. You have seen it time and again with Surya Kumar Yadav when he plays with him, and also when Ishan Kishan, where he was just there guiding him, playing that role of a mentor and just telling him how innings has to be done, because he has done it a lot of times. Just remember in Sri Lanka when India had to chase somewhere around 350 or 340 in 41 hours or something, he chased it in double quick time. So that kind of player he is, and that's what they say. There is no one who's as good as a chaser as Virat Kohli. You may say Sachin is the god of cricket. I just love him. Everyone loves him. But when it comes to chasing or playing with a lot of fire in almost all conditions, no one like Virat. What a shot! Not a shot like this all night. Fabulously done. This guy is so special. The best of the lot for me. What a shot it is. And that's his 50, a well-deserved one. Laced with some delightful strokes. One of the better innings of the tournament. And it's still not over. He's still into his second gear. And almost this might be the way his pattern of batting is. And his strike rate, even with this kind of normal play, would be around 125, 130. Just got it off 31 balls, so that is superb. Strike rate of almost 150. Oh, that is shot and a half. This will help the scoring rate. This will help the strike rate, and that's what I'm talking about. No power, no strength, no shot of anger, no fabricated, manufactured, engineered shots. Some pure classical technical batting, fetching him those wonderful runs. It's not bad bowling at all. What a good slog sweep into that mid-wicket region. Then a delightful shot in the extra cover region. Will he go sweeping? Oh, that's wonderfully played again. Look at the way he's getting his strokes through. That was delightfully hit down the ground. And that flow in his batting, the nice touch in his batting, he looks special. One of the better innings of this tournament, Smpl. We are going to see a lot of it. We saw a fantastic tournament, International School Darts tournament, where we saw a different set of players. Almost everyone was a part of it. This is special. And this wasn't some good technique. But look at Gokul. Fantastic. Superb. And that's the speciality and USP of his batting. He runs for his partner. That wasn't a special shot. In fact, he was crammed up. And it was a shot of adjustment. But the way he ran off for the second, simply superb. 86 runs over in which they got 15 runs without even anybody knowing it. So within double quick time, you are ahead of the game. That's what Rishabh Pant does actually. When the team is on the back foot in the test match, he starts hitting those swift shots, boundary sixes, complete the tempo of the game changes, and within no time, India is well ahead of the game. That's what we saw even today in that test match, where things were not going towards them. He was the one who got things right. Surya Kumar Yadav wasn't getting an opportunity in the Indian cricket team for a long time. He wasn't trusted that he would be able to make a mark over there. And when he got his chance, he has made a mark. Take my word, Shreyas Iyer is going to be one such player. That's nicely done. More important than your technique, your timing, your skills, a temperament like this guy. Gokul's temperament. That's what is more important. It's not about those difficult moments in your life or cricket. It's how you get over them and you play them. Shreyas Iyer was going to a small little rough because of the short ball. Take my word, he is the next big thing in Indian cricket. And this man, he's a big thing in his team. That's beautifully bowled. Good comeback. Probably maybe 2 or 3 times where he has been beaten. Otherwise, nothing has went past his bat. Very rarely has he even given chance to the wicketkeeper to get hold of the ball when he's batting. Forget about playing and missing. He hasn't allowed the ball to go back. That kind of innings this has been so special to watch. And without even dropping a sweat, this man. Go cool. Very cool. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. And showing some respect to some good bowling as well. Because the previous over of his was fantastic. We understand he's a good bowler. We got a boundary of him. Now, don't give it away. In fact, they got a couple, not boundary. He might go for a big one. Oh, beautifully bowled. The twice with other bad bowlers haven't been able to beat him once. He has been beaten in twice in 3 balls. This is where you need to capitalize. This is the time where the bowler and the fielding team have to be alert for this is wicket alert time. Oh, what a shot this is again. He just smashing them, not hitting them. This was some sort of strength, I would say, putting muscle. Other than that, he has played all delightful, delectable shots. Wicketing Warlocks would be very, very delighted with the opening batter. He has done a farmer's job. And this is not a good shot at all. He was very late and the shot selection also wasn't good. He was looking towards covers and had his head and position all towards mid wicket. This was a good over, not bad at all. Very good, in fact. Just 3 runs and a bye in this over. So 4 runs in this over. A good comeback. His man is bowled well. Yes, just given away 5 runs in his 2 overs. He gave a couple, and in this over he gave 3. And considering that bye, so Prathamesh has bowled well for his team. Tejas, he has played a good part. It's not about how many runs you score, it's about how good you are at the partnership. Tejas has been very good, in fact. He has given him good company, also scored when the opportunity has come. That's a wide. And Tejas would love this. He will not bother about what his score is or how far racing ahead is his partner, who is exceptional today, Gokul. He's got 61, Gokul. 61 of 38, which is brilliance. Oh, that's poor ball. That's a short and wide. The ball swirled, curled, and straight to the fielder. That was a little short, but the idea was right. They are bowling it a little slowly now, not giving the batsman the pace to work with. This is going to be interesting. He's having a look, having a vigil around the ground, probably trying to find a place where he can get that boundary. He's a boundary hitter, this guy, and once in a while he can go for a big shot. But that's beautifully bowled. The good prudent bowling, understanding the dynamics of the game. Pace on the ball is the one which the batsmen have capitalized on. Trying to bowl it a little slower. It's not always fast and furious. Slow and steady can also get you some good results. Zooters present South Mumbai Premier League easily. Oh, this is beautifully bowled. A batsman who is on 61 of 38 balls, and to get him 2 consecutive dot deliveries, it's an achievement in itself. These small little things you need to work on. Again, a wicket alert time. Twice in 2 overs it has happened as he has got a couple of balls at dot deliveries. So wicket alert time. Oh, almost. Was there an edge? We'll just wait for the umpire signal. He completely squared him up. That's a bye. So all that drama. Batsman, bowlers feeling there was an edge. So good little patches now. Good little patches. They gave away 15, but after that 2 good overs, and they have done a good job of stopping them from running over. Oh, that is beautiful bowling. A wicket alert, and they get a wicket. Some good consistent bowling can always get you that goal which you're after. So small little objectives achieved, the bigger goal is always there for you. For playing a wonderful and Tejas. Tejas means someone who shines, and this guy has shown with his partner, given him some good company. A fantastic partnership comes to an end of 92 runs. A very, very important contribution indeed. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Again, very little pace on the ball, and he's knowing what he's doing. That's what is more important. So the new batsman gets off the mark. A very good over comes to an end in which just 4 runs were given away. More importantly, they got a wicket of the man who was giving good company to Gokul. Now Prathamesh has been the one who has been special in this whole set of bowlers. Other bowlers, everyone has been a hit for a boundary or a sixer of the very first ball he has bowled or the first over. This man has looked special. 2 overs and just 5 runs. Prathamesh generally is a name of God Ganpati. Generally is the start of the work. We start off with him. This guy has come in at the start of the second half of the first innings. That is after over number 10. And he has bowled very well. 2 overs and just 5 runs. He hasn't got a wicket, but he has been the one who has been instrumental in creating that pressure. Just as I appreciate him, he bowls a rank half tracker. Then he has bowled well. Bowling from round the wicket is an art. Very few bowlers are able to do that. And he's doing it quite well. There are 2 ways of going about it. The ball will go with an angle. Also, he would be blindsided when it comes around it. Oh, that's beautiful. And that's a shot you can think of. 2 shots actually. One would be going into that mid-wicket region or cow corner with that drive, or you stay on the back foot and try and hit it between that point and third man region. Another shot you can talk about, if the angle is slightly in, you can go inside out over the covers with the angle coming in, and you can hit it over the covers. Or another shot would be the sweep around the corner against the bowler who is bowling in. Yeah. Oh, he goes cow corner. That's what one of the choices of shots. Oh, that's a very good catch by Rabi. Is it Rabi? The old star is still shining. Yeah, Rabi Khatoj or Khatoj, I don't remember. He's my old mate. When we were in our, I would say, school days, I played a lot of cricket with this guy, and he was a superstar then. He's still a star now. Taking a very good catch. Stays in Tilak Nagar, almost the same place here. Half a kilometer, 1 kilometer from this place, and he's done a good job. Oh, that's beautiful bowling. He has got rewards for his good bowling. That wasn't that a great ball on which he got a wicket. That was in the slot actually. But that was the right approach by the batter. They had to consolidate this innings. They had to get the impetus, get it explosively ahead. Oh, what a shot this is! Fabulous! One of the better shots again. Shot after shot. This guy is bettering himself. What a good shot that is against a spinner. Fantastic. On his knees, getting on the top of it and just rolling it over. Flat as you get, one bounce into that square leg boundary. Fantastic. What a good shot that was. Oh, that's beautifully carved. What a shot. Touch. He is butcher at one end and the surgeon at another. The previous shot was butchered. This was done with a lot of precision. What a shot. And good effort by the 2 fielders over there. This team is doing a good job. Great job. In fact, the Royal Tigers have bowled well, fielded well, got their chances when they got a wonderful run out. They got a good catch in. They're bowling well. But the batsmanship, this man, Gokul, has looked special. In fact, super special.
Boosted energy, boosted life. I am say iconic enersal, energize.
which was a scoop shot or a hook shot. I don't exactly remember. Oh, that's beautifully carved. Great catch. I just thought that was racing towards the boundary. These guys have taken some delightful catches. Dhawal Shah, he bowled well. This catch was even better than that. That was one of the catches of the tournament. We saw Madhu taking a wonderful catch the other day. This was even special. Moving towards his left and taking that catch low down, just like an international star. Fabulous to watch. Dhawal Shah has bowled well and he has caught a delightful catch. A catch to remember. Partners have come and gone. Amit departed, but this man is still there. He's just like that pole star who does not change his position. This man Gokul is right there from the first ball. Oh, this is great bowling. Just slowing down the pace. But what about Gokul? The way he gets those singles. There was one player from Sri Lanka who was known for his running. That was Arjuna Ranatunga. He used to literally walk his first runs at times, and he used to just use his energy quite well and take those quick doubles also when needed. So it's not important how quick you are. The understanding of the single, the double, or the third when existent is what is more important. But this man understands what this ground needs. This man understands what this team needs. This man understands what this innings needs, and this man understands how to bowl against this man. He's absolutely not giving him any pace to work with, because these are touch players who will use a lot of touch and use the pace of the bowler. His bowling is absolutely very slow to him. See, look at the pace. That is beautifully bowled. Absolutely nothing to work with. One shot I can think of is the sweep shot, getting on top of it and hitting it over there. So he's absolutely not giving any pace while bowling on the off stump. But that is super bowling. Nothing special. Not a very big turner or something. In fact, he's turning. That's Dhawal again. He's sensational over there. And that's what he's enjoying his fielding. Look at the zing when he comes to field. The way he comes in, where he charges. There is a lot of oomph about him when it comes to fielding. And that's what fielding should be enjoyed. Ask Navjot Singh Sidhi about it. It goes to Dhawal again, but this has just been on his right. And look at this. This is great understanding. A fresh batsman. Oh, the throw was superb. Almost next to the stumps. Almost directed a second one. A great piece of work by this team. In spite of being down, but they are not out. The fielding has been exemplary. So some series of good bowling. We saw Prathamesh bowling 2 overs for 5 runs. Even Sandeep bowling 2 overs for 5 runs and getting 2 wickets. So that's great bowling by this man. 107 for 4. Remember, they were at the end of 11 overs. They were 186 in fact. And in the last 4, they have just given 21. Good bowling by Sandeep and also Prathamesh and also Vishal. He has bowled well, Prathamesh, and he is the one who has been instrumental in keeping the scoring low. He has given away 7 runs and has picked 2 wickets. That is fabulous. In fact, Sandeep's figures over, so 2 overs, 7 runs and 2 wickets. Prathamesh has given away 16. In fact, 14 runs and has got a wicket. 3 overs and 14, can you imagine? Where every other bowler was being clobbered for sixes and boundaries by this man. I think this last over is going to be instrumental. A wicket or maybe an over, that's super bowling. He has come in and he has just changed the dynamics of this game. 19 runs in the last 4 overs. Can you imagine when the team was going very hard? Oh, he has got almost the man who was in his 70s now. He's on 69 and he has been stuck over there in the last 2 overs. He'll just see a big shot coming in. Oh, that's beautifully bowled again. Good calling, great calling in fact. But such good bowling for this man. He is in his 4th over and has given just 14 runs and has got picked a wicket of the opening batter. Super bowling. In fact, the batsman coming one down. The last ball of a very good over. Oh, yeah, he's caught in front. Getting round the wicket and getting LBW is difficult. But maybe pitched on middle or leg and hitting the middle and leg. He was on the back foot. That was the important thing. So he gets a second wicket. A fantastic over in which he got 1 wicket, gave away 1 run. And his figures read exceptional. Prathamesh, he has been brilliant. 4 overs, 2 for 15. Great spell of bowling comes to an end. And he's got a good man, a very good player out. Varun Kapoor out. Sixteen runs were scored. We saw some delightful overs in which attritional bowling was done. So pass search overs now. Pass search, let me tell you what exactly we are talking about. The same as we saw in Big Bash when it was introduced. This was introduced first time in Australia. First 4 overs of compulsory batting power play, and you get that pass search between over number 11 to 20. See him whistling and making those signals. All the signs of a street smart player who has played all forms of cricket. Rabbi Katoch. He will be taken for runs now against this batter. He will light pace. Oh, that's good bowling, good prudent bowling. Someone has just lost that touch, that fluency when it actually evades. So that's the problem with touch players. Once they have a good touch, they'll keep scoring some delightful strokes. Once they lose, that becomes very hard for them to make a comeback. That's what the touch players are all about. One of the best was Mark Waugh. He was a delight to watch actually. That's what I'm saying. Even the easy balls are being missed out by him. He's looked so well, but he has been stuck now in those 60s and 70s. Some exceptional bowling has got them back into this contest, and they have allowed them to score just 38 runs in the last 6.1 overs, which is brilliant. Oh, that's good bowling. He is bowling into the 17th over, and he has just conceded one in this over. Of course, that one run was off the leg by. So that's good bowling by Rabbi, considering the fact he was taken for a few runs in his second over. He has come back well, especially when the spinners have bowled well in tandem. Dhaval, then Prathamesh, and Sandeep is coming back. Oh, that's very well bowled again. And look at the fielding over there. It may have been fumbled, but he has been exceptional over there, that man. It's Dhaval again, I think. Somehow the scoring has been halted by some very good bowling and some good teamwork over there. Along with the bowling, the fielders have ably supported them. Oh, that's fabulous bowling by Ravi. Last time around when he was here last year, he got out on a 0 and bowled him round the stumps. He was as a batter when he came in, and he was taken for a few runs with the ball in his hand. That was a day for him to forget actually. This year this man has come back here and is bowling very well and took a very good catch as well. So that's what cricket and life can always give you. They will give you opportunities for you to make a comeback and perform and believe and achieve. Again some prudent bowling with less pace. Rabbi Katoch has been a star, and so are this fielding team. They have made a great comeback against some exceptional batting. The score at the end of this over is 113 for the loss of 5 wickets. Another good over in which just 4 runs were given away. This over also look very, very impressive. 3 overs and 17 runs. A good comeback when the team was racing away. Remember, they were 86 at the end of 11 overs, and they were all set to getting close to 170. Now even 150 would be the score which they would be happy, and for that also to happen, they have to play really well. In fact, that means scoring 37 runs in the next 3. This man would be instrumental in that. New batsman. Oh, that's nicely bowled, but nicely dug out. They have to run a couple. In fact, go for a third. Look at him still running so hard. That's so impressive. Gokul, that's good calling. That's good calling. There was a third in it, and this man has come in the first over. And when you talk about his fitness, if he's going to some fitness trainer, he needs a hike, because this man has been kept very fit, if not by the fitness trainer, by his spouse at home, by feeding him with the right kind of things, right food, right nutrition, and right exercise. This man is so very well fit and organized. Got cramped up, and that must have hurt. He got hit once on the back, and this will hurt him more because he has been given LBW. After a very good innings, he got just his innings got a break when he wasn't able to get along. But Gokul nevertheless has played one of the best innings of the tournament so far. We are early into the stages, but this first 10 overs, if somebody wants to look how to bat with some silken touch, some delicate shots, have a look at this man. Gokul was simply superb. Very cool innings coming to an end. That is so good to see Wicketing Warlocks. Everyone standing up, appreciating, applauding, mates good work, giving those high fives. Nothing more satisfying when your teammates, when your friends, your mates appreciate your good work. And that is so rare in today's world. But good decision by the umpire. Caught right in front. He was hit little high, but he was crouched when he was playing that shot. And also on the back foot. So good decision by the young umpire, Sumit. The left-hander has come in. They need an impetus to this innings now. They need somehow to get runs. They, as they say in Hindi, todo, fodo or jodo, make or break time. This one. A very good over again. Series of good overs. The second half. Oh, that was over pitch. That was in the arc. But he is new to the crease. Looks solid, but this man, he may not have got out the middle of the bat. But the way the body language suggests, we would be into some entertainment. Both these guys, they both seem to be the one using the long handle to big use, because that's what should be needed in the next 3 overs. Oh, he has done it delightfully. He waited for it and turned it round the corner. They need a lot of this. In fact, they need to target at least 6 boundaries in the last 14-13 deliveries. They need to get a boundary every alternate ball if they want to maximize this score, because this kind of batting which was done by the previous batsman, the first batsman Gokul, deserves this score to get close to 150. They need that last late order or the late in the time in the innings kind of encounter. This is a pass surge, remember, so they would like to maximize it. Only 2 fielders are allowed to be outside. We might just see a sixer coming. Oh, he scrammed him. That was a quicker ball. Previous one was a slower delivery. That would hurt him. He has not. These guys are tough though. Not showing any signs of pain. Fabulous over so far. He's conceded a boundary, but has got a wicket. Might just go for another boundary in this ball. Oh, that's classy bowling. A very, very good over comes to an end, in which just 4 runs were given away. In fact, 8 runs were given away. 121 runs. This man has looked good. And they bowl slowly to you. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. And look at him. This guy is not in his teens. He is in his 40s. Take my word. I shouldn't be revealing his age, but I can easily say that because we played a lot of cricket, as I said, in our childhood. We used to play a tennis ball cricket, which that kind of. He was a star then, and he is having the same kind of zip. He used to have that Australian kind of outfit when he used to come. He almost used to look like an international star in that game of ours. More humble surrounding we had, and this guy used to come from a fluent background. This guy, and he used to play a lot of good innings. We have played with him, played against him, and that's what he does. Slower delivery, using all those skills which he used to bowl even then. He was not a bowler then. He was a very good batsman. And he's using his all skills over there. They're still there. Yeah, Rabi is. This is fabulous bowling. A slower ball, then a quicker one. He's made a comeback of sorts on this ground. Last time when he came, he was completely down and out. He should be proud of his performance today. And look at the body language suggests there is a sense of satisfaction when you have a good day. And that can clearly be seen on his day. We saw Gokul's performance, which was scintillating, superb. Also, Rabbi should be proud of himself. Sandeep should be proud of himself. Dhawal took wonderful catch. Even the bowling of Prathamesh was good. So it has been a good tussle till now. Not a score which match in which you get 180 or 200 runs, but a good encounter. Oh, that is smart bowling. That is street smart bowling. And when things go really well for you, there is no better tonic than a confidence or success, which we say. Confidence and success, they are like almost a positive reinforcement for each other. One follows another. You are confident, you are going to get success. Once you get successful, you are bound to get more confidence. That's what they are, interrelated to each other. That is super bowling again. And not easy for the new batters to come in. This is not that they are not good batsmen, because this guy has taken a major part of the innings and he played really well, Gokul. But for any new batsman to come in, that would be an extra pressure for them to go hard at every ball. Because that's the reason Ravi had to stay there. Sorry, Gokul had to stay there. He stayed there for a long time, 17 overs. Fair enough. But it would have been much better if he was there to guide them. Just what Virat Kohli does all throughout. And he hits them in the 19th or 20th over. Oh, he's cleaned him up. Fantastic bowling performance from this man. He claims another in his final over. It's the 19th over and it has been a very good one for him. The previous ball was just over the leg stump. This one was missing leg, missing off, was hitting the top of the middle stump. The last ball of the over, some fantastic bowling performance. 71 in the first 10, and that's brilliance. Good slower delivery. Remember, 11 overs and this is complete confusion. That was the only thing remaining. Both the batsmen at one end. And confusion continues. After all that melodrama, it's all done and safe. Everything was relevant over there. The single. They need a few runs. They need to get close to 130 at least. 160, 170 was evident. 180 was inside when that man was playing. Now even 150 was distant. 140 was distant. Now 130 would be something which they should be happy with, satisfied with. Such an anticlimax was such a wonderful innings. But what great bowling this has been by this team. Great comeback. 85 in the first 11, and in the next overs 46 47 runs in that next 8.1 or 8.5 whatever they have bowled till now. Great bowling by this man Mayank. He was the one who started off with that. Oh, that's nicely done again. This man could have got a more strike. This left-hander, he looks very solid. He should use those big shoulders to good use now. We might see a couple of sixes of the last two balls. He's cleaned him up. And the good work continues for the Tigers. The Warlocks are locked, not able to get through. Number 99 comes in. Now Viral is the new batsman in number 99. Ravichandran Ashwin's number. Ravichandran Ashwin, of course, is also playing in the test. He has been pivotal in India, so many victories. And after a long time, we can see Ravichandran Ashwin and Kuldeep Chahal playing together. Sorry, Kuldeep Yadav playing together. I just got Chahal tangled with Kuldeep. Kuldeep was a match winner for almost 2-3 years, and he was very successful. In fact, the most successful bowler along with Bumrah in test matches or even T20 and ODIs. He just got a slump and is making a comeback again. This man, he has to get a few boundaries. Viral. Oh, Viral tried to use the big handle to. And look at Viral racing. He is going for it. That is so good to see. Fighting hard for his team and gets a brace. And when you make an effort, he was in a position to get for the third even. Good work by Viral. He gets a couple. 127 is what they manage. 128 is what the target. Anticlimax when you talk about this innings. First 10 overs, it was all Warlocks. The next 10 overs clearly belonged to the Tigers. They came back like Tigers, bowling and fielding really well, taking some good catches. Dhawal Shah's catch is one of the best catches of this tournament, along with Madhu, who took another catch on the other day.
boosted energy, boosted है life. Iron से iconic enersal, energize. Iron से iconic enersal, energize. Iron say iconic, iron say iconic, iron say iconic, iron say iconic.
Wicketing Warlocks playing, but Wicketing Wizards, the whole set is here. Both the teams. And if you have friends like this, winning or losing doesn't matter actually. And see, look at them, they're cheering them. Oh, that's a very good ball to start. Round arm action. Very few bowlers bowl like this. In pursuit of 128, they need a few wickets. But that's beautifully done into that mid wicket region. They have to field exceptionally if they want to defend this smallish target. 127 with some good fielding, they have to make it look like 147 or 157. That can only happen if you bowl those first few overs very well. Also try and pick up a few wickets. That's what is more important. This ground, even a 200 can be chased down, even a 120 can be defended. It depends on how you put your best foot forward. They are doing the right things right. See, when the opposition was going great guns, they did not do things all of a sudden. They took those baby steps towards it. The one good over from Mayank, then one good over from Dhawal, then again good over from Sandeep, then again some good over by Prathamesh. Those series of small things put together, they put out a very nice 6-7 overs, which eventually got them into a position of strength. So the small baby steps are always important. You will not get everything together in 1 over. You get 3 4 5 wickets, or you change the complete complexion of the game unless you are a Jayasurya or somebody. That can rarely happen, or a Chris Gale, where 1 wicket of Chris Gale can completely turn the match. If it's not the case, if opposition is going very well, you take those baby steps, try and bowl 1 over good, then follow it on. That's what exactly happened when the Royal Tigers fielded. Very very impressive their work was. That's good bowling. He's also trying to put the ball in the right areas, trying to do the basics right. Do not try and get them all out in the first 5 overs. Instead, bowl a good over, bowl some good line, tight line and length. You can say you can have to win this only by getting them all out. No, even if you bowl very well in the first 10 overs, try and restrict them around 46, 47, or maybe 57 runs. Still, you have 70, 80 runs in bank to defend in the next 10 overs. Oh, that's beautifully bowled and very good check shot. And look at them sliding around and stopping those balls. They need a lot of this. Lots of energy. The whole set of Wicketing Wizard is there. Amar's there, along with all his friends. Amar and his friends. Sachin's there. And they are all supporting each other. And there was a complaint by the others that why my name is not taken, why their name is not taken. Slowly and gradually, I'll know your names. And would like to share it with the other viewers also. When you have certain friends like them, you need to be appreciated. As Gokul was so special today. He was fantastic, in fact. And look at this team. They look like almost all everyone wearing that white cap on their heads, looking graceful and very alert. Oh, this is beautifully done. See, the most important gift you can give to anyone is not money, not those diamonds, not those big estates or big bungalows. The best part is, the best or the more treasured one is your life. And when you talk of life, it's the time which you spend on this planet or whatever. So when you're spending time with your friends, playing a wonderful game of cricket, you're giving a part of your life. So you're giving you the best gift which you can offer is your time with your mates to this wonderful game, which gives you immense pleasure, which gives you some mates, new mates as well. It's not just cricket. When you talk about cricket, it's not just not cricket about these guys. It is the game which has given them so much in life. Every time they have struggled in their individual businesses, also in their professional lives, it's just like that bad face in cricket where the opposition is on top. You stay there, you weather that storm, and you get over it. And that's what cricket and life, so many similarities in it. Don't get fussed by the normal events which are against you. In fact, you rise higher. And that's what they should be keeping in mind, that you always make a comeback. Remember, in one of the finals of Asia Cup, Bangladesh versus India, India set a paltry 101 or something. Opposition was 51 for 1, and they were skittled out inside 89 or 90 runs, and India won it. So you always make a comeback. That's nicely bowled. They may not have the best side, they may not have super express bowlers, they may not have the big turners of the ball, but they have a very good set of players supporting each other. It may not be the strongest team, but it is one of the strongest groups of friends playing together and supporting each other. That's fabulous. What a shot! There is some protection over there, but he would just be the one like a ball boy fetching it and giving it back. What a shot! First boundary of the innings coming in some style. Oh, yes, on the left of that fielder at short cover. But there's protection. This wideish long off over there. Not a bad over, but the batsman would be happy because he got his first boundary. The first boundary, the first assignment, the first business project, the first love, the first boundary at a century, and the first match, debut match, is always treasured. Oh, that was fabulously bowled. The length was more important, other than anything. Don't give them driving length. Don't give the ball for them to be cut and pulled. So very little margin the bowler has, but also the batsman is vulnerable. Take my words, when he's in this first few overs, he is as vulnerable as the bowler, because even he has to defend. His one good ball can do him. Oh, that's very well done. What a shot! Beautifully done. Using the pace of the bowler, the angle, and just showing the direction, and the direction which has fetched him 4 runs. So he has played one delightful cover drive and one back foot cut to get him those two wonderful boundaries. This man, this looked good, looked special. So they're not being greedy, they're not being lavish and just going for big shots of every ball, looking at 127 or 120 as an easy meet, but they are playing a proper innings. So this is again delightfully done. So they're not going hammer and tongs and just taking it lightly. They understand if they take this one lightly, complacently, it's going to backbite them very badly. So they are playing prudently, not going too hard, also not getting bogged down. Oh, that's a right approach. One of the batters is going hard, the other batsman is trying to keep one end intact. That's very well bowled. These two batsmen look very compact. Royal Tigers look all set to chase this down, but stranger things have happened in cricket. Let's see whether there is some drama in this one. Oh, that's fabulously done, but straight to the field. Oh my god! That went straight through him. That would be a couple of runs. Oh, they are going for the third one. That's brilliant running. 3 runs. The third one to the non-striker, because he was the one who took the initiative in that one. Straight to the fielder. So the score is 15 runs at the end of over number 3. both the teams would be not complaining. They're not run away with it. That's what the fielding teams would be telling each other. But the batting team would be saying we are off to a good start. Without losing a wicket, we are getting 5 runs per over, where we need not more than 6 runs per over, 6.1 runs per over. Oh, this is a shot and a half. He just held at the post and hits it over wideish long on. There was wideish long off, but that was the right choice for him to go. So Viral, whose first over was good, he gets it for a boundary of the very first ball of the next over. They need a quick wickets. Viral has to find a way to get his man. Let them hit you for some sixes, boundaries, but you should be getting a couple of wickets. It works both ways. If you want to stop them from scoring, get the wickets. That will keep a lead on scoring. Or else, you dry out the runs and you will get wickets that way. So it's like a vicious cycle. This is where the lot of support. Very rarely do you find people, families coming. This is an extending family of these guys. Wicketing warriors and wicketing wizards. Oh, that's again a shot and a half. This would be again 4 runs. This is as straight as you can get. 900 geometry, perpendicular bisector, dividing it into 2 equal parts. That was the way it has to be done. He may not have been that great in school in his geometry, but when it comes to cricket ground, how to bisect long off and long on, just an exhibition of that. This man is putting up a show. We do a lot of mathematics when we play. Generally, we don't talk about it. People find it rubbish. A guy talking geometry and mathematics in on the cricketing ground. So you learn something which is called as a parabola. The ball goes the same way up and it comes the same way down. It's almost the same path which they follow. But that's parabola which you learned in 11th and 12th in your science classes if you were into. But again, that's very well bowled. You may wonder why was that taught to us. That is a part of us, our lives. So when you hit that sixer or something, the ball comes down in the same phase as it goes up. It's that car which goes up and the same curve comes down. That's a parabola which we say. And that's a parabola. It's look at the way it goes up and the same way it comes down. A demonstration of geometry on the cricketing ground. What a shot that is. In many grounds actually of different shapes where we saw elliptical grounds, where we see a ground at New Zealand's with one end being it's like a different shape altogether, a quadrilateral. Here we have a perfect circular circumference where you get a feel of getting a boundary, even size boundary on all sides. Oh, how beautifully bowled that is. Perhaps lack of footwork, I would say. That would have been a ball to be played on the front foot. The batsman just understands it. He made the wrong choice. Wanted to play it inside out later. He wanted to play the clutch shot first. So 2 shots in mind. You're never going to succeed when you are in dilemma. I think Viral should just slightly pitch it upwards now. Again, he would, or maybe bowl it a little short again. Yeah, he bowls it a little short, but the batsman was prudent and smart. He read his mind and he went to the back foot, shuffled across. That is again good footwork, hitting it into the mid-wicket cow corner. Footwork does not always mean marching down the ground and hitting boundaries. It's always even going backwards and shuffling and hitting that wonderful, delightful boundary.
Boosted energy, boosted her life. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic.
So 18 runs in that first over, 3 boundaries and a 6 in the previous over in fact. And a massive, from 15 the score card has leapfrogged to 33, and such is the unique the scorecard. Harshvardhan has got 31 runs of it. It's not a matter of shame that the batsman has not got many runs, because he has got lesser strike, and it doesn't matter. Your personal ego doesn't matter when you play together. Even if the other batter is going well, he can keep one end intact and give him some good support. Don't try and match with him. That never happened between Sachin and Sehwag. They never competed against each other. Never did it happen with Ganguly and Sachin even. They never used to compete with each other. They only wanted runs for their team. Whoever gets the strike, they used to go for runs. Nimish gets strike after a long time. That is prudent batting. It's not the case that he's any less batsman. In fact, he looks more compact with his technique, and he can have those array of shots. But the other batsman is going good. He's keeping one end going, and the target is a modest one. Why to give away a wicket and get the opposition any chance of coming back into the match? And he gets a chance. He gets to play a shot into the covers, and look at the running. Understanding has been great, and a slight fumble will help them with that. Scores 35 now. Nimish in fact has just received 9 deliveries. Harshvardhan has got 17. So almost double the number of balls he got to face. That's the reason the scoring is also higher. Oh, that's very well played. That would take some stopping, Adil. That's a good job. Oh, but good running. 2 runs. That's what Harshvardhan is doing. He is striking almost at 170, 180, but he's running for his mate as well. Nimish meanwhile is picking up. He has got 6 now. And he is now, look at him, now he's swinging the bat very well. Driving it. Adil makes up this time. He has a dodgy shoulder, so he has to bowl it and give the ball. Oh, that's nicely played, but that's an opportunity, but it will be up and over. 1 bounce into the cow corner region for a delightful shot. This man is looking good. He was tried of strike for a long time in this over. 4 balls, in fact, not more. But as soon as he got strike, he gets going. 35 runs in 18 balls. So strike rate of almost 200 for him now. So one player who's sitting in the covers and long off, the other player targeting cow corner and mid wicket. So trouble from both ends and both sides. And what a shot this is! This will just be over. Yes, it is. Just half a feet over. Fantastic hit. A very well hit sixer. That's what I was talking about. He's been deprived of strike, but his last 5 scoring shots have been 4, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6. It sounds like a number from Chennai with that telephone, I would say that code of 44 STD code. And the score is also in 40s now, 48 in fact. They're scoring at the run rate of 9.6 runs per over. The skipper of the other team is here to support Wicketing Wizards, to support their other team. Amar is here, and he has been there from ball 1. Oh, if you have mates like this, friends like this, you will never be the person who will fall short in any field. People talk about different assets, but if you have friends like this, that's the biggest asset you have. Forget about all the riches which you have. These friends make you what you are. And that's very well played. Good stop, great stop. Save 3 runs for his team. And look at them, even if the team is down, these guys know how to support each other. That's the reason these guys are playing together, enjoying together. Even in their defeats, they are fighting together. They enjoy their fight. They enjoy their fight against their struggles, against some strong opposition. But they keep supporting each other. That's what is more important. They might just pick a wicket. Now good fielding effort follows a wicket. That's wide. They haven't given away too many in terms of extras, because batting has been supreme. This guy Harshvardhan has looked special. He's looked like that bullet train in the set of all those local trains. In fact, I'm not demeaning anyone, but I'm just telling he's looked apart, this man. The other batsmen have been slightly attritional, trying to play normal cricket. This guy just knows one way, to go hard. He's not the one who's always be looking out for smooth, nice shots. He's wants to use some big shots, that big handle, also to good use. So a batsman who's a mix of aggression and some good technique is always dangerous. But he'll give you a chance. That's what you should be looking out for. That's what I'm talking about. He'll give you a chance, and he gets. What a great catch. One of the better catches. Look at them. The team is down, but they are not out. A good catch like this. He will remember this one. When he goes back home, shows this to his daughter or son, they would be delighted to see that. It's international level chance, because it was right on the ropes, and you dream of taking those catches. Very soon you would be having certain catches where you take a catch, lob it upwards and come back and dive in, take it again. That also will be seen very soon. So this wicket was enabled more because of that fielding effort over there. That's what I was talking. You get an opportunity out of nowhere against the run of play. They got a wicket. Those few incidents before the ball wicket was taken, those are more important. A very good fielding effort where you stop the runs from going for a boundary. You get another batsman on strike, or else keep that the same batsman on strike, and you get results immediately. So every time you get those little signals that something is there in for you, and you never know, you can make a comeback. What a delightful innings come to end. A prolific knock of 41 of just 20 ball. Harshvardhan has played a fantastic cameo. In fact, a match-winning one. Oh, that's it down the ground. Just a slight confusion from a distance, or maybe this was miscommunication. Maybe was it Harshvardhan then, or he has come now? Just get it sorted. Oh, that was very well bowled. Slight confusion from a distance. I thought it was Harshvardhan. It wasn't Harshvardhan. It was Mayank. So I just thought it was Harshvardhan. We just make that change. Both of them they look so similar, but Mayank was exceptional with the ball in hand, and with the bat in hand, he was simply outstanding. 41 of 20. Mayank getting 41 in just 20 balls. Score is 53 at the end of over number 6. So very good over, just 5 runs. Parag just getting that man. Parag means so if you talk about one third, that is around 40 through 43 runs, and he almost got one third of the runs in the first 4 overs, and on with his own bat in just 20 deliveries. That is almost a match knock which has taken this team to very closer to the victory. But Warlocks have to remember the small opening which they get, that small chink in the armor. They need to maximize it. They need to open it and get the door open towards victory. You never know. You have to make a mile out of the inch, they say. Oh, that is slashed and slashed hard. That would be another boundary. Is it? Yes, it just trickles over. He had to cover acres of land over there. The fielder absolutely had no chance. Parag bowled very well in the previous. Naveen has come in and has conceded a boundary of the very first ball which he has bowled. They need a couple of wickets in an over. Oh, that is beautifully bowled. Nice loop and action. This kind of bowlers are been the most effective ones in any kind of tournament. The left armers are the captain's charm actually. They are the go-to men in this tournaments. Rishi we saw another bowler from EMS playing for uh, DDPL yesterday, and those left arm spinners. In fact, it was Kunal, I think, yesterday who bowled brilliantly. Rishi from in the darts tournament and other teams as well. He is just superb. The left armers, the left arm spin, tight bowling, but not like this. It was a short ball, not being punished. He needs to pitch it up, but that variation is also important. That quicker ball going on with the arm. Needs to pitch it up, use a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength. It's not easy to pitch the ball up. Takes a lot of strength. Oh, he's cleaned him up. The left armer has done the magic. He has got Harshvardhan. He gets out. He cleans up the off stump. They needed one. They got two. That's another step towards getting towards that goal of stopping them from scoring those 127 runs. 127, 8 is the target. They got the second wicket. Naveen has got the second wicket. So wicketing Warlocks, their mates are waiting and supporting them no matter what. Will have something to cheer and smile on their face. Talking about smile, uh, one of our sponsors, Truthwise, they'll help you to smile. No problem, no worries about having crooked teeth or not so on, but they are there to help. Truthwise. So a smile on their faces is always welcome. Oh, that is some steep bounce, may have hit on the seam. Oh, this is good bowling. Once you pitch the ball up, you can see strange things happening. And after the wicket falls, the ball will do some strange things automatically. The new ball's doing the trick. 7 overs, 57 runs for the loss of 2 wickets, 4 runs and a wicket in this over. Two wicket taking bowlers now. One is Parag and one Naveen. Look at the names of these two guys. Parag means nectar. Nectar is something which is food for the honeybees. Something which gives you a lot of energy. Something which gives you a lot of fun and I would say taste. And this guy has got a taste to this match. This guy has got a lot of energy to this match. Parag and also Naveen. Naveen means something which is new and inspirational. What a shot. Parag, he's been plundered for a boundary into that extra cover. Can't be bowling those. That was a freebie, just like honey to the opposition. Nice names. These are the names of 90s and 2000s. Very good names. Parag and all this. They've been replaced some new names from Sanskrit. Oh, this is slightly fortuitous. Oh, just one run. He thought it was going all the way. But the fielder was perseverant, and that's what can happen. You keep believing, you never know when there's an opening, and that's what this team would be telling each other. We are come here on a Wednesday night. Let's make it wonderful one, a wonderful Wednesday, by taking a few wickets, giving them a good fight. Oh, that's beautiful bowling. If you are correct, if you are right, you don't have to prove things to other. You just keep doing your work consistently. That's what the bowler and his team should be telling each other. That's what it happened in the previous over. Mayank started it. Sandeep was the one who encapsulated it, and it was Prathamesh who supported him, along with the other bowlers. That's outside the off, and that's going to be a wide. That's a rarity. They have bowled well. They may have been taken for runs, but they haven't given away some extras. They have saw a boundary in this over. We saw a thick edge. We might just see an opportunity for a wicket. Oh, what a shot that is. Delightfully hit. So there's field protection. And they're enjoying it now. It was all one-way traffic. Now they have snuffed some kind of opening. And there is where your interest coming. Where you should believe that you can defend this. Where you can get a few wickets and come back in this contest. But that's again good batting from this man. Who was just batting as a second fiddle when his partner was going good. He is looking good now, Nimish. In fact, he got very little strike. He looked very compact. Parag needs to get one more wicket from any source. He got one player bowled out. In fact, oh, that's nicely bowled. There's an opportunity. You never know. Oh, almost a run out. So another good over, but they got a boundary in this over. So batting team would be happy. 8 overs and 65. This team, they were 65 at the end of 8 overs, and this team is 65. In fact, yeah, almost identical. Such similarities. See, both the teams 65 at the end of 8 overs. If you just go back and see in the previous innings, it was similar score. But the best part was they had not lost a wicket. So that they should be learning. If they can, even we can. One of the best inspiring players of all time. We can. You cannot forget that man of the series in all the World Cups which India has won. Only one player. That was Yuvraj Singh, except for 1983 when he wasn't born even. But other than that, every series World Cup win, Yuvraj Singh was man of the series in that. He is right in front. You got an opening and a very good player in this man. He was hit for a boundary of the first ball, but after that, the left armer has just shown his magic. Will it the Rabi coming in now because he's a left-hander and he can be a street smart player who can play some innovative strokes. Will they gamble and send him now? Suddenly, this match has turned on its head, and which was one-way traffic. Things have changed. Yes, they have opted for Rabi now. He plays a lot of 40+ tournaments when it calls tennis ball cricket all around. And we were just discussing with him. He was saying, my son is also playing Santosh and he's in 10th. And he wants his son also to continue with the game. But he said he needs to finish his studies and then he can come back to the... So Rabi comes, I've seen him walking after a long time on crease. And the same kind of walk. And he was kind of a bully when he used to play. Man from Tilak Nagar. He's considered as a legend in that kind of form of cricket. But let's see what he does here. Because here it won't be easy. These guys have played a lot of cricket when it comes to leather ball cricket. And these guys, most importantly, have a lot of belief in themselves. And the best part is they are playing as a team. And when these things come together, you become really dangerous. That's a wide. This is going to be interesting now. This is a good choice of batsman, a left-hander being sent. After Kalp's wicket. Oh, he gets a freebie and he capitalizes. And that's a no ball and a free hit to Rabi. And he would love this one. Those 5 runs are going to help. The scoring was halted. It was going so well for these guys. Warlocks just giving it away. A small error can just let you go all that advantage which you had. It was even Stevens now. One wicket more. One more wicket over here. And it would be interesting. And again, the team in blue would become one of the contenders to win this one. Right now, only one team seem to be running away with it. They need a couple of wickets and that too in quick time. Oh, that was a very airy-fairy shot. But he wanted to go for it as it was a free hit. But he had to guard himself against some complacency against this bowler who has looked special. The left armers in this kind of tournaments, if they bowl their tight line and length, they are the ones who create trouble. And this guy has created trouble, got a couple of wickets in 2 overs. Oh, that is again delicately played. That's what he'll do, the left-hander. And he'll run also quickly. This is what we are looking at a contest now. This is some good fight. They won't give these runs easily. So with that single, we are into the 9th over now. The left armer bowling around the wicket. In fact, over the wicket. He comes round now. Oh, that's almost another wicket. That was more important actually to stay on the wicket. Nimish is still there and he needs to stay there. In order to consolidate innings, he needs to stay there. We are into the 9th over. Oh, that was an. Is that a wicket? Yes, it is. And that's a big opening. That's a big wicket. A very compact and batsman who was in control gets out. And this makes this evening interesting. And his friends are clapping. And they're just having those high fives outside the ground as well. So good to see a team getting strong support. Look at Amar. He's almost spent 2 hours with his mates over there. Sachin is there jumping up and down. And they are happy now. They got a lot of support. And when you have mates like this, even if you are losing, they'll get you out of it. Belief is the word which will get you over it. So they have started believing it. But that's what is dangerous for the Royal Tigers now. Tigers, this young man, Rabi, his team has played well. He's part of a very good set. Let's see. Last year he wasn't that successful. Whether he will prove the belief which he showed in him and play a good innings here. He's got a boundary. He might get a few in this over. But that's smart batting. Today he's not going for big runs. Last tournament I remember where he played, he went for that sweep shot and he was clean bowled from behind the stumps. So he must have thought this is easy meat for me. I can hit some nice boundaries just like in tennis. It's not the same. These guys are very smart. They are very well experienced. They have played a lot of cricket and just because they were shaping up their careers and their business houses, they couldn't get that much time in their prime. So they devoted their time to the family and their careers and their businesses. Now, when things are smooth, things are fine, things are going great, they come back and they're serving their passion. This is what they love to do and they are doing it. So, Rabi, he would be up against some spirited players. Royal Tigers, I would say 70% still the favorites to win this one. There is a 30% opening, which was almost 5-10% at the beginning of the chase, when it was almost like 40 runs in 20 balls by Mayank. Mayank's downfall has got them a set of 4 wickets. One brings 4, they say. Oh, almost the 5th. How did that miss? He yorked himself. This is what we do when you predetermine a shot and play. He decided previously he is going to play a front foot defensive stroke. When the ball was pitched up, he yorked himself. So that's again something which is not to be done. We should avoid doing it. That you decide on something prematurely. You should be looking out for a bad ball. If you get a bad ball, hit it for a boundary. Don't bother about the number of wickets or the situation. Yeah, that's nice. That's prudent. That's good. They need to milk the bowling in the next. Maybe 4 or 5 runs per over, they'll be through. So even if they get a odd dot ball in between, that's fine. If they get 4 5 runs per over, that's fine. But anything below 3 and a couple of or more overs like that will get them to maybe more than run a ball. Then things might change. Rabi needs to stay there. His partner needs to stay there. And if he gets an opportunity, try and maximize that over. Just kill that over and get closer to that victory. He might just watch out for a boundary now. This guy. He's got a boundary, he's got a couple of runs. Does he have that patience? Oh, that's beautifully bowled. But that's good batting as well. Unlike his game of going for boundaries, he's playing a prudent innings, playing it with proper technique. The way he stands, we felt like he's an Australian player when we were kids. We used to enjoy this man's batting. And we used to call him Divinu then. Divinu was one of the openers in the. Oh, this is beautifully done. That's what is needed. He's not the same man now. Oh, that is almost suicidal. Parag has done a great job. And the left armour, in fact, he's been much better than rest all his mates. It needs a couple of batsmen to get the scoring done. It needs a couple of bowlers to view the magic. They need a couple of bowlers to do well and others to support him if you want to win this one. Oh, that's a edge straight to the fielder. That's an opportunity. Direct hit would have done him. 4 runs in this over, and without a much ado, they got the runs which they need. They need exactly 51 runs in the next 10. Naveen has been special. Naveen is something which is updated, something which is latest, but this guy has been the one who has got fresh energy and something new. When everything was going against them, it was complete monotony. He's got his team back, and back with a bang he is. He's got 3. Rabi on the other end, lefty against lefty is a good captaincy decision. There could have been a much one or two batsmen are far better than Rabi, but he's a good choice because against left armer who is bowling well, lefty is a good choice. This is good batting. He's just trying to play him off. That is smart. He understands he is the one who can pose some danger. Why to be more attacking against him and getting yourselves into a lot of trouble? Instead, give him that respect which he deserves. Play him off. See him off. And once you get opportunities, try and score. Oh, that was so close to being out. And that's what he'll do. He'll take some very risky runs. At times when you play cricket, you still run as if you are in your teens. You forget those limbs are not that strong. He just was just caught. He's super quick, and take my word, this guy may be in his late 40s, but he still runs like a young teenager. And this is good, smart. See, he has lost his breath, just going down, doing some gardening, just to show that he just wants to see that. It is just to get his breath back. The good, smart thing. See, just taking a guard so that he gets his breath back completely. That can happen. That is so smart of him. Just like a professional player. Oh, this is good contest. The next few balls are going to be crucial. Score is 78. Oh, that's smart. By look at him. Oh, this is superb. Playing with soft hands and taking a run. You may like the boundaries and sixes, but the occasion demands of some quick running. Both the batsmen, in fact, the non-striker, he was the one who replied in affirmative, and they got that run. So once you have that good communication, when you don't hesitate, more often than not, you get that single done. Kaushal Parikh, he may not got a lot of runs. In fact, he has got only a couple, but he's doing a good job of seeing this man off. He is not trying to be a hero and trying to smash and serve his ego. Instead, he is doing it for the team. He's trying and absorbing this over, seeing him off. Oh, that's again a good call by the umpire. He has been good today. He just fell into those popping area and the ball just bounced awkwardly for the wicketkeeper. So pitched up that ball was. Oh, that's a wide. That's going to help. And good collection by the wicketkeeper. Down the leg side, not easy wants to take. He's done a great job. Many teams nowadays struggle to get those 12-13 players together as extras and at times playing 11. This team has got so many of them supporting for themselves. The ball's running away. That would be a break. That's viral, I think. Oh, that's good. Just a single. Again, a 4-run over. That's what I was talking about. 4 runs per over in the next few. Do not give them a wicket and close all the possibilities of players getting all out. So Parag comes in again, who gave them that initial breakthrough. This is going to be crucial. It's over. They may take him lightly, and there is where you get an opening of a wicket. because you may feel there is some reprieve after that left armor, and there is where the opening comes again. He has bowled well, Parag. That's it down the ground. That's good pick up and throw, and then good calling. That could have been dangerous because he got rid of the ball quickly. And this is good work by the non-striker. He is not going for those doubles. He's not trying to be greedy. He understands staying there is more important than anything. The runs are going to follow. 4-5 runs is not a big task. They need 5 runs per over. They're getting 4. They might get an over, which they get plenty. So there is where they can get this match. Just diffuse all the belief which the opposition has got by playing some non-wicketing overs against the wicketing wizards. In fact, wicketing warlocks, I beg your pardon. Now look at them run, both of them. The ball just stuck into his hands. That can happen. Oh, that's a top edge. And that would be 4 runs. So that's why he was very smart, looking out there for the shot down the leg side. He tried a couple of times, in fact, in the previous over. And he has succeeded finally. That's a very crucial boundary. When the scoring had been stalled. Kaushal Parikh. Kaushal means skill. So this guy is showing not only skill but a lot of great temperament. Just understanding and absorbing all the pressure. And he goes for the big shot. That could have been stopped. They need to stop those from going over. Wicketkeeper has been good. It's high time they get a wicket. Rabbi and Kaushal understand this. There are two distinct, different batsmen. One batsman on the other non-striking end. He's very cool and calm. Even this guy, he has played so many games. He understands the situation. It is very unlike his game. He generally is a dasher and gets those ones and twos going and get boundaries together. Oh, that is trouble. Maybe out down the leg side. That's what umpire clearly signaled quickly. Can't be going for those kind of shots. This is a ground where you can play those ones and twos. A proper cricketing ground. It's not. There are two types of grounds. It would be like 1 and 4, and other grounds where you get a lot of threes, and also certain grounds like this where you get a lot of ones and twos. So this is a ground where you can win and play an innings with those ones and twos, and along with the boundaries laced with it. It's not a boundary and a run ground where you can get a lot of doubles in it. Not like a very big Australian ground where you get threes and very difficult to stop those twos even. It's a ground where you can get a lot of twos. Over in which they got a boundary and 7 runs. They need exactly 40 runs to win this one now. In next 8 overs. Now that is exactly 5 runs per over. See, this is some prudent batting by Kaushal and Rabi. More than Rabi, it's Kaushal who is taking the things calmly. He is not trying to look very glamorous. In fact, he's almost playing with a dead bat most of the times and just looking for the shots which he can play down the leg side. A very, very boring batsman to look at when you look at him, but he's playing a very, very good innings. This is what the situation demands. Put your head down, play attritional cricket, get the team out of a small spot of bother. No point getting those runs in next 3-4 overs and going home early and getting your team into risk. Instead, make sure that the opposition does not have a minutest of chances. So he's just diminishing all the chances with some good prudent partnership in the last 3 overs. 40 to win. This over is going to be crucial. Some mosquitoes are troubling him. And also the bowler who has troubled them the most is there on the other end. Naveen, perhaps his last over. Oh, that was brilliantly done. He plays with the dead bat and he'll go for his big drive. So look at Rabi and Kaushal. In fact, that's trouble. He just got through. He has put everything behind it, Kaushal. It's not only Kaushal, but he's even Gambhir, I would say. Very, very serious about his work. That kind of player who puts in everything for his team. And look at the players appreciating that effort. Viral, is it? He just dived in. You played in 90s. Those low scores of runner ball. In fact, runner ball was considered to be very good even then. A score of 180, 200, and you have to work very hard for your runs. That kind of innings, maybe leather ball cricket or tennis cricket, that kind of match this one is. Running for the ones and twos. He just maybe like taking the clock backwards and just seeming to be playing in the school days where one and twos were of prominence. Oh, that's trouble. That was outside the off stump maybe. The ball was going outside stump. He was trying to play some different shot. Nice, good. You see, he's taking a breath back, going to the other end, going towards the square leg, taking his breath back, thinking and what he has done wrong, and coming back and playing. This is smart. This is where you give yourself time. It's not always wasting time. This is where you give yourself time. When you make a mistake, when the opposition is having that small little ascendancy, you take some time. Oh, that's good bowling. But instead he should be targeting stumps now. His balls are like very few now. He is like that cryptocurrency for them, which is very crucial and very little for with them. They need to maximize him. This man is their best hope of picking another wicket. Naveen. Oh, Kaushal straight to the fielder. He's managed him well, handled him well. Kaushal must be saying to each other a few more balls, a couple of balls, maybe one ball more. And just I'll see him off so that my team is out of danger of facing him. He is like that soldier actually, who takes on his chest and tries to defend his big players who are coming back. Almost like the openers batting for Sachin Tendulkar and big hitters to come in. Oh, look at Rabi. He is so smart. He's just solves the fumble and he just is making him run Kaushal. It was Kaushal who was making Rabi run initially. It's the other way around now. They need a wicket. Similar kind of batsmen, these two. They're enjoying their ones and twos. I don't remember. In fact, the last over he hit and boundary. That was of the top edge. Oh, that's a wide. But I would say another opportunity for him to get a wicket. If I'm the captain, I'll just crowd everyone just to create more pressure because his overs are like Rashid Khan's over for them. Oh, he handles him well. They take care of his bowling.
boosted energy, boosted her life. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic enersal, energize. INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic, INC iconic.
5.14 I would say, not 5.4. 5.14 runs per over. His name is mentioned here, Ravi Katoj. They call him Rabbi over there. Quite a famous character. But Kaushal, he is very cool and calm. He is making his team go in the right direction. And now he's going big now. He's trying to big hit. That should not be his approach. He should not go for every ball. He just give a wicket over here. They'll create that opening for the opposition. They should look out for a bad, like 2 bad balls, and the total will be nothing. So just wait for those 2 bad balls. Until then, milk. Yeah. Oh, that's an edge for tutors. You never know when it comes to run a ball. Will it be like that old-fashioned game of one day when they have very little to work with, they get runs? We went. Oh, that's good angle being covered. A man at 45 plays immaculately by the fielder. He does a good job, Viral. Lots of energy now with few dot balls. There is an element of hope, and with hope comes belief. Belief should be coming in quickly. Belief is a stronger. Oh, this is smart by him. This is simply superb by Kaushal. Will it go all the way? That's the only question. They get a couple. They won't go for the third. Kaushal seems to be very tired. That's not good. Good work by Viral. Going all the way to stop that from going over. That's an edge. But that is the area which he is going for runs now. He'll get a couple. Kaushal is in some trouble. In fact, he gets out. He was tired. Was there for a long period of time. Can understand. He's one shot, so no run and a wicket. This is a small opening. Those doubles were not important. If he was tired, he could have stayed there. He has done a good job, but Kaushal weathering the storm, staying there. And generally opened. He opened in one of the Dad's tournament the other day. Came in and he was swinging his bat. And today he showed his traditional side. So good batting for the team. This man plays according to the needs of the team. He was little tired. Can understand. No more in their teens. This guy is, but a lot of passion in them. He has done the job of weathering the storm. He'll give it to the other mates now. So in very good over in which just a couple of runs and they got a wicket importantly. They need 34 in the next 6. 36 balls, 34 runs to win. And more importantly, 5 wickets down. They need an over in which they get a couple of wickets. 34 in the next 6. 36 balls, 34 runs to win. And more importantly, 5 wickets down. They need an over in which they get a couple of wickets. 34 in the next 6. 36 balls, 34 runs to win. And more importantly, 5 wickets down. They need an over in which they get a couple of wickets. Rabi, I just think he will play a pivotal innings over here. They have given a good fight, but I think this team, Royal Tigers, they need to work on how they approach these smaller targets. One player was looking good, he got out, and after that, it's been all one-way traffic. The bowling team has come back strongly. Remember, they were 53 in 6 overs or 7 overs, and they got just 41 in the next 8. Oh, that was so close to being out. A good call by the umpire. See, it's not always which goes down like that you have to give wide. Rabi is just trying to open his shoulders now. You might just see him playing some interesting shots. He'll try and attack that leg side. Oh, that's beautifully done. The ball's racing towards the boundary. Good work by the fielder over there. Cannot stopping from going on for a couple of runs, but this is the over which will make a break for them. You might just see Rabi getting out in this over, or you might just see a 10-run over. You might go for those big shots. You might go for a boundary or a sixer. And there is where you get a chance. So this is an over which they can get a couple of wickets, also get a couple of boundaries. Oh, that's a cracking cover drive. In fact, it has been hit behind point. It will race away for a boundary. Beautifully hit cut shot. Nicely done. I thought it was going for in the covers initially. He just opened up that area behind point, slashed and got the 4 runs for his team. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, he might get a couple of boundaries. He's just trying to change gears now, trying to go in the second and third. It's just in that first gear, he's changing gears now, this man. He has to, one of them has to attack. Oh, that's what is very smart. Oh, how can you? Almost got another wicket. That could have been danger. That's what I said. It is wicket alert time. But knowing him, I think he'll still go for it. He has got a boundary, he has got a couple. He has been dropped just, but still he'll go for a big one. They need 28 more. Oh, that's smart, prudent batting. And he's still so quick. Is that trouble? In fact, they get a couple. So 8 runs with a couple of chances being created. A catch, then a close run out, direct hit. And I think he'll just see off this ball, considering the maturity of the game, or might just go for that sweep shot. If it is somewhere in middle leg, he might go for that sweep shot again, target that area behind. Yes, place it prudently, gets a single, 9 runs without much ado. They are very alert. 10 runs. That's what I was talking, a 10-run over. He may not have got a couple of boundaries, but he has got 3 twos and a boundary. They need 24 in the next 30 balls. They need a maiden, and they need a double wicket maiden. They need 24 runs in the next 5 overs. That's good understanding. Just as the wicket fell, somebody must have given a word of advice to Rabi. Just go for your shots. Do not just make this difficult for us. Come out of that cocoon and play your natural game. They need a double wicket to get any chance of getting back into this one. Oh, that's wide. Well, the line was slightly alright. Length was fine. Pace was fine. Exactly the length they should be bowling. Little, maybe a few centimeters in. That would have been a pretty handy ball. Oh, that's good. They need 23 more in the next 29. They need a couple of wickets in this over. 23 of the next 28. An over in which they give 1 or 2 runs maybe gets them back into this one. And a wicket, quick wicket. You never know the new man coming in. It's a very easy chase. But stranger things have happened in cricket. But that's beautifully done. Just for a single. But that's how you take your runs. He has got a couple in the first 3 balls. Score is 106 now. They need exactly 18 runs. In fact, 22 runs to win this one. (22 in 27). Oh, this is brilliance at extra cover, short cover. In fact, they need a lot more of that. That was a cracking shot, but stopped well. And Rabi plays those kinds of shots well. He's a fantastic driver of the ball. He plays this cover drive delightfully, and he's a fantastic puller of the ball. And that's what I was talking about. On his knees, he'll just diffuse all that. And oh, this is super stuff. They are fighting for every run. They, no matter what the result would be, they would be happy with the effort which they have put. The Warlocks. Just 127. Just imagine if they had got 150, 160, they could have been in a strong chance to winning this one. Less than 5 runs per over, which they managed in the last 9 overs. Oh, that's a gift. Can't bowl him there. Fortunately, no much harm was done. This is going to be crucial now. The opening bowler comes in again to bowl a crucial over. They need some magic. So many times you have seen maybe in 2019, 2018 when Bumrah was going well, he used to bowl that 19th over, and even if it was like 2 overs and 14, 2 overs of 15, he used to bowl an over in which he gave 1 or 2 runs or maybe 3 runs or 4 runs, and he has won so many matches for India with this 19th over bowling. And 19th over is a problem for India, which we have lost so many matches in the last couple of years because we have given away a lot in the 19th over. So this is a very crucial over. If it's a 24 ball 20 run, if they happen to give in the next 2 overs maybe 7-8 runs, they'll be in slightest chance. It is just 5 runs per over, but you never know. One more wicket, things will become interesting. Oh, that's down the leg side. That's a wrong line. You shouldn't be bowling anything down towards leg now. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 umbrella fielders, and also we have a fielder at short mid wicket. But that is the problem. The left-hander every time he comes on strike, he'll just change the whole dynamics. Everyone has to swap their places from right to left, left to right. Rabi is looked little adventurous now with those small little taps, those fine touches, going for his sweep shots. He's looked in good touch after a long time. This youngster, he used to be in Tilak Nagar. It's a place where we have seen a lot of other form of cricket, but they need to pick him early now. This man. Oh, that's a fabulous shot. Oh, good work, great effort. Uh, that's very well done. That was 4 runs. He just stopped it from going over. Great effort. Rabi is taking the attack to the opposition. He's got a boundary in the last 2 overs. Both the overs he got 1 boundary each. Oh, that's a giveaway, and that's a big wicket. That's a small opening. That's a small inch which they have got. They might try and make a mile out of it. More importantly, 6 down. More important, one quick wicket over here and some late order drama. The friends are celebrating. Nothing like it's late into the day. It's a boring encounter where their team was easily to be rolled over. Those guys are enjoying over there. Amar, Sachin, and the mates. I don't know names of all of them, but one should be really fortunate to have set of players like this, set of friends like that. They could have been with their family, spending some quality time with them. They are spending the time with their extended family and indeed supporting their dear mates. That gives them that special energy. In this almost hopeless situation, they've got some sniff to come back. Wanted to be cheeky, he wanted to play that scoop shot. It scooped out to a wrong place. That's what he's indicating. It's nicely done. A couple of runs added. 128 is what the target is. They need one more wicket just to get back into this contest. The opening bowler has come back and has delivered. He needs one more wicket in this over. Oh, that's wrong line. Fortunately, the ball is going. Oh, that's direct hit, but he is well home. Six down they are. More importantly, these guys are getting them closer. Not trying to keep runs in the last. Don't keep any runs in the last over. Even 2-3, they can be nuisance. Remember Sachin Tendulkar defending 4 runs against West Indies. So they don't want to get into that situation where they get 3-4 runs to score in the last over. And oh, that's nicely hit. A good work by the fielder. In fact, saved a very good one, a boundary which was heading, and that those diving efforts, those good catches, direct hits can get you back into the contest. Again, over which has kept them in the hunt because they got a wicket. They need 13 runs in the next 18 balls. So they need 13 runs for the next 18 balls. They need an over which they get couple of wickets and also not more than 3-4 runs are given. Oh, that's slashed. That's hit very hard, but there's protection over there. The equation is still interesting. 17 balls, 12 to win. And that's the right approach. One of the batsmen is going hard. No point just bogging yourself down. Go positively, get this thing done and dusted. But no point going rash, going in air. One batsman has to hold one end and take those without risk singles. And one has to go big and try and get the boundary and diffuse all the pressure. Straight to the fielder. The pressure's on. 16 balls, 12 to win. The wicketing Warlocks are trying to just unlock this match, not trying to give it away. They are heading towards a war. Oh, that's a nice hit. That's a telling blow. That is going. Look at the fielder racing to some. Good effort by him. But to no avail. They need 8 runs in the next 15. He dashed almost 50 meters to go and stop that one. Couldn't prevent it from going for a boundary. They needed protection there. What else he could do? He almost ran from long off to extra covers. Eight needed now. They need a couple of wickets very soon. Oh no, wides won't help. I think this would be the last over now. He would get a boundary. He'll try and finish it off now. Once you diffuse the confidence of the opposition, that boundary was crucial. And that's what I'm talking about. Oh, another wicket. There is still late order drama here. 7th down. And look at the mates celebrating. They've enjoyed every moment of this tournament. The last 38 overs, these guys have had a nice time outside the ground as well. Always good to see some audience, because there is nothing when someone's supporting you. These guys, in spite of those mosquitoes around, they have been enjoying every moment of it. So those guys are there on your screen. These are also supporting them. That's Wicketing's other team. And they have been here for the last 38 overs. I would say 38 overs because 20 overs in the first innings. And this we are in the 18th over. Oh, there is still drama. There is 8 runs to be scored off. In fact, 7 more. There's an opportunity. You never know. The darkest cloud has the silver lining. Their hope is hope against when everything gets over. And there is still hope with this kind of bowling. They are making a match of it. They need one more wicket and it would be like sudden death now. 8 wickets down, things will become interesting. They need another wicket. Almost got the 8th one. They are still in it. The Warlocks are trying to be head on and need exactly 7 runs to win this one in the next 12 deliveries. Remember, they gave away 7 runs in the first, 6 runs in the first 2 balls, and the next 4 balls a wicket and 3 dot balls. The chasing team would be worried now. So they were sitting calmly, now they are worried because it's cricket, it's life, funny things happen in life. When you think everything is done and dusted, and you got that thing in your arms, and the thing just goes away. And at times you may feel you have lost everything, you get that thing back. It's almost like being in arms with your beloved one, almost getting married, and just getting away with it. So this beauty, this victory of this first match of Smpl, who it is going to be with? Will it be in the arms of the Wicketing Warlocks, or that beauty, that first win, will it go with the Tigers? So two teams with some ferocious and competitive names, Royal Tigers and Warlocks. They are ready for a fight, these guys. The team in blue looking in red hot form to give a fight. It's Piyush Chawla, not the very good leg spinner which you have from Haryana, but this Piyush Chawla is from Mumbai, and his team would be looking at him as a Piyush Chawla. Piyush Chawla was one of the bowlers who conceded maximum number of sixes in IPL. Take my word, and was also is also the highest leading wicket taker. Oh, there's an opportunity. Oh, that's that confusion, and oh my God, all drama in it. So much action, very little to describe. You can see it with your eyes. The start, the hesitation, then they stopped, then he went for the throw, then they ran again. Everything for you to see. A typical scenes of a test match, last wicket, last day, final 15 minutes or half an hour to defend. That kind of story this is. All romance of that late order hitting. Look at these teams. They're almost on the edge. Oh, that's beautiful hit. Oh, this is good work by Adil. They need 5 in the next 10. Now they need a couple of dot balls. Forget about the wickets. Wickets would be like gold dust. But if they happen to get series of 2-3 dot balls and they happen to have 4 runs or 3 runs in the last over, you can see some fun. Oh, that's a crucial blow. Oh, good job. In fact, that just trips over. That would be a couple of runs. They need 3 now. This would just diffuse any. They have to come close now. They need to come close. Just treat it as the last over and stop any single run even. Only 3 needed. 9 balls. Yeah, that's good. Good by the wicket keeper. He is asking them to treat this as the last over. Consider this as the last over and not give them anything. They need 3 to win. And the batting side should feel they should not keep not more than 1 run. They should at least make the scores level, or not more than 2 runs. They should get at least 1 run in the remaining balls, if not all 3. Oh, that's a good shot. That's good big game, set and match. But what good fight shown by this team. Wonderful boundary to get it done and dusted. They win this one, Royal Tigers, but not with a lot of scare. So, congratulations to Royal Tigers, but a lot to commiserate this wonderful Warlocks team. See, even if they are lost, they have the body language of a winner, and that's what is more important. The victory is sweet, but the loss with a lot of fight and courage is more than acceptable. Thank you guys. It was a very good match, a low scoring encounter played with a range of emotions.
energy, boost